Right now, I am live from younow and simultaneously posting on YouTube and Twitch. On first or second of this month, while returning from a web designing client, Sardar Motors, I halted at a Sikh Gurdwara after witnessing some priests entering through the main gate and a poor man who was lame and suffering saw me bicycling and then he requested me to at least pay homage to that Sikh Gurdwara. I thought that I should park my bicycle outside, but he requested me to take the bicycle inside the religious premises. After paying homage, I started and continued my return journey, but it was already dark and some bicycles were utilizing the wrong side to travel or reach their houses after completing their hard work in any factory or construction area. They were not aware of my bicycle because I had not switched on the night light. And one of them collided with my bicycle with a brunt, and I was lying down on the road. There were a lot of trucks and heavy vehicles, but I managed to move my bicycle away from the main road and sat on the pavement. Then he started shouting after covering a distance of 10 meters. I replied that you are the one who is traveling in the wrong side. But I was too much afraid, but even then I didn't panic. I picked my water bottle. My hands were bent towards left and I couldn't move it in this direction because there was a lot of swelling at this portion. Then I took rest for 4 days and I decided I should not visit any web designing client for their YouTube or Instagram reels, and instead of that I should focus on my own YouTube channel. But the decision to visit a nearby fort was taken by me, and then I posted a video and utilized the YouTube to add some hashtags and prepare an artificial intelligence suggested title also. But even then, more than 40 views were not gathered by me. And I posted Raipur Rani video during midnight. After covering a distance of 50 kilometers, I consumed some snacks during the midway, but there was a lot of heat and I had to rely on a Shiv temple water which I filled in the bottle. But during the return journey, I was feeling very thirsty and humid, and sweat was covered throughout my shirt. I thought that it is not any worth to travel on bicycle, and then continued preparing more videos for my web designing clients from the next day or 6th or 7th of this month, due to which I couldn't broadcast. But I didn't inform anyone except some guests who were worried about my health after witnessing a slight change in my weight. But I defended that by saying that I am slim from beginning and my weight keeps on fluctuating between 68 and 72 from early 90s. So in the fort, there was a gatekeeper who was ailing, and when I was roaming around the ancient fort recording my video, and I was consuming cold water, then there was a time of Quran, and my mobile started ringing with azan and some Quran quotes, and that person started listening to Quran, and he became alert and said, "Okay, you are listening to Quran, or there is any voice from external source." I said my mobile used to remind me each time during the day, or I used to read Quran or listen to Quran 5 times a day. He said, "There is no issue. Keep on listening. Why have you reduced the voice?" I told him that I was alert, and I thought that you might be feeling disturbed. He said, "I am also a Muslim," and then he offered me to sit at the court. Then he started telling me about his ailment and diseases which he is suffering in the waist and legs, and due to nervous problems and neurological or any kind of deficiency might be there. I felt pity on that person, and then he said, "What kind of business you do? Are you working or self-employed?" I told that I used to design websites for various people, like service centers, tourist operators, and some clinics. He said, "What kind of clinic?" I said, "You can also be cured in that clinic." A, a woman used to perform Panchkarma therapy, and he said, "Why not give me the address of that clinic?" I told him some waypoints, and he said, I'm not so much physically able to move to distant places, but I used to visit some orthopedic clinics in Panchkula. I said that clinic is not far away from Panchkula. It is located in Pirishara, and I am designing some web pages for that clinic. During that moment, I remembered that web page client after a gap of 2 months when she started abusing me in March or in May or April itself. In April itself, she had abused me a lot about any Facebook post, which I don't think there was any discrepancy because I had not mentioned any of her employee in that post. Otherwise, also I am not using Facebook at all. I'm more concentrated on my web designing business, and but these opportunities to women might be very tricky or quick in responding or very angry, and the frustration or discouragement which she had suffered due to violent husbands and ex-lovers might be enough for her to show hatred towards any of men. Some of her guests were also very abusive. One of them visited her clinic, and coincidentally, I was there for providing some videos through downloading or posting, because she was not even capable of posting videos or uploading any pictures in her Instagram or YouTube channel. And I had already shown you during January when I had posted videos while performing Lodi rituals at our own lawn. And I want to clarify that these women are not connected through me. by means of any relationship or friendliness or references of relatives. It was coincident that women met us, and I was designing a web page as a human cause only. I don't had any intention to earn a large amount of money or any kind of extramarital relationship or any kind of intimacy feeling was not there in me, because I had already suffered a lot of betrayal from women. Many girls in my school also used to abuse me a lot, and once I posted something related to Venkateshwara educational institute, that they used to charge enough amount of large amount of donation and building funds, and then coincidentally I tagged actress also, and she started abusing me, and other instances are also there where these women were against my admin performance. Even my Facebook page of Nationalist Congress Party Maharashtra was banned without any reason when I was stuck in traffic jam, and I posted that due to farmers' protest, my vehicle was trapped near Ambala Highway. But that's a separate issue. I don't want to discuss about farmers' protest right now, but I want to clarify that I'm healthy enough and I don't need any kind of medical advice or attention at present. Some of my subscribers might have been worried at any probability. Otherwise, there is no any sign of concern from any of the person throughout the world. No one even wants to chat with me. No one even wants to be aware whether I am alive or not. But I had suffered a lot of accidents during past also. I was accustomed to these kind of injuries and these kind of occurrences are very common in my life. The day before yesterday, I visited Zirapur again to get my hair cut after a gap of about 2.5 or 3.5 months. I'm not sure about that. In the meantime, that Grace hair salon, Mr. Nadeem managed to buy another shop adjacent to the salon and merged both of those to develop a new hair cutting salon. Right now, I'm broadcasting through YouNow also, but the ranking has not been improved significantly. Even now, I'm 97th on Shell, but at least I am sure that some channels are also broadcasting simultaneously. I'm not getting a single view here. I tried to search that gimbal holder or mobile holder, the sun visor, which I bought an year ago, but I failed to find that also. I switched on my ignition of that car for a few minutes going past 10 days, so that at any instance, if I need that car, I should be able to drive it easily. From the day I returned from Gurgaon, about a year has been elapsed and I haven't utilized my car from that day. I am continuously using my bicycle to commute and manage to save on fuel expenses, but that is not efficient at all. Whenever I used to ride bicycle to nearby places like web designing clients or posting my YouTube and trying to maintain the continuity of this channel, I used to suffer a lot of tiredness and lack of energy, due to which the working days per month gets reduced drastically to 12 days. Yesterday night, the battery of my bedroom clock got extinguished. I will not continue to broadcast more than 10 minutes because I want to check the quality of audio also. From next month onwards, I will try to be more persistent in my YouTube channel because after all, I want to get it survived and reach at least 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers. The subscriber count has been struck at 1100 or 1278 only. As if my car number was 1287, and at the time when the registration authority girl at the reception counter of Janakpuri authority was offering me that number and whether you are ready to get that number, I thought and glimpsed here and there. I'm not sure whether she got suspicious about 1287. 1287 is the same number which has been tagged near the lake on that tree. And coincidentally, many numeric parallelism or superimposition came in my life, but I was not bothered at all. There are two persons watching me, and you now thanks a lot for joining my broadcast. If I am audible, please tell me. And if there is any glitch in the broadcast, that should also be informed as human cause for me. Thanks a lot for joining my broadcast. I have switched off the fans so that this camera or webcam can be more audible. But even then, I am not sure about the quality of the audio. Earlier, I used this Spark mic, but when the camera fell down during Kasoli visit, it became blurred. And when I was trying to sell it through OLX, many people started abusing me. I was very hurt from that day. I have discontinued using OLX. I told that I had earlier mentioned that I am selling this camera because of that fault only. And it is so transparent in nature. How can I hide any technical problem from people? Even the layman is able to detect these kind of problems. But people are becoming more and more arrogant. I had already mentioned that, and then I had deleted that post, and when I reposted that selling advertisement, that column might have been missed. And in few minutes, I started receiving abuse. And moreover, when in real life also, I was sitting in that service center, a few persons were shown this camera, and as soon as I showed to them, they started saying that, okay, you are selling this camera, it is blurred in nature. I said, I am not hiding any feature. I am just showing it to you, and moreover, I am not demanding a huge amount of money from people. If it was bought at 10,000 rupees, I am selling it at 1,500 rupees, about 10% of that cost. And how can you expect any seller to inform you each and every glitch or problem when that person is selling at 10% of the original cost? It depends on the circumstances, it depends on the magnitude, it depends on the cost of a product. Seller is not liable to tell you every problem if the product cost is just 10% or 15% of the original value. But Indians are very arrogant and abusive in nature that I agreed and accepted from that day. That's why I committed that I will not use these kind of social networking selling websites. They are just frauds, and people are very tricky. And nowadays, they just because of feel good factors, they are becoming more and more abusive also. Moreover, after losing huge amount of money just because of corruption in Delhi, I had already committed and discontinued interaction with Indians. Even now, I don't want to interact with any Indian, and I'm not at all connected with them. Some friends used to call me from Delhi, but they are also very tricky in nature. As soon as they lose some money in share market, then they used to remember me, and then They got job and then they used to forget me at all. Thanks a lot for joining me. Please ask something because the title of the broadcast was Q&A because I was not able to find any alternative one. I'm not using this kind of services for gaming stars or money because I am sure people will not help me at all because of my past, which is based on these kind of actions against the corrupt flesh Indians. I have already explained you a lot. Please visit other YouTube broadcasts like environment friendly curriculum and related to environment. There is a separate playlist in my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my youtube.com/gagan maggo, youtube.com/@ of civic area era, and youtube.com/electronic era. These are my three YouTube IDs. Two of them are direct links to YouTube channel, and one another which I got during November 2022 is the user ID which YouTube provided, due to which I thought I felt socially responsible to offer YouTube services to my clients. Otherwise, I'm not liable, I'm not so bounded, but I provided that as an obligation to them as a social cause, and I thought in future also all the web designing clients will start demanding YouTube services. At least they should be given some exposure of that facility. And after a few months, they will not able to grab those user IDs related to their businesses. Whether that is fruitful for them or not, it depends on their own efforts also. How can I force them to behave in that nature? I'm ending this broadcast. For the time being, I want to check the audio quality, and after that, I will decide whether I will use this services you now again or not.